welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna be reviewing the Garfield movie, like the new one that came out. Not this Garfield movie, insert edit. This Garfield movie, insert other edit. And we're gonna be talking about the new Garfield movie and my feelings about it. Okay, so the Garfield movie, the one that was animated, I think Chris Pratt, he played Garfield's voice. I'm sorry, I should not have cursed. I don't like it. It feels too Hollywood. I feel like it still has a Garfield feel to it. It still has the comedy and the dynamic, but it feels too modernized. It feels like something that was made for iPad baby. I mean, have we seen John? Have we seen what they did to that man? The voices in that movie are looking kind of ass. The only person who has a good voice is like Jinx and Vic. That's it. Oh, and the bulldog. One thing I did appreciate about the movie was the fact they made Odie like super smart and super like competent and everything. He's not just a bumbling idiot like he was in the comics, which is pretty fun. I do like seeing Odie get a little bit more recognition, even if I am more of a Garfield fan. The end sequence for the movie was pretty fun too. I enjoyed that the little scene where they got all together and they had a little party with the cows and stuff.
So the audio here got cut up, but I'm talking about Garfield and his dad's relationship throughout the movie. I definitely feel like the relationship was somewhat realistic because I do feel like Garfield would be very stubborn. I think they stay true to Garfield's character, but I also feel like it seems too forced. I feel like they have one heart-to-heart and that's fucking it. They don't talk about it anymore, and it's like, what? It feels unnatural. It feels like slop. It feels like they just twisted it together and they rushed it in because it's a kids movie. And I'm gonna talk about this later, but I really think they should have catered more to older Garfield fans, especially when it comes to movies like these.
Liz also came out in the movie. She was only there for like 4 or 5 scenes. She didn't even talk that much. If anything, she was here and she was like, fat ass cat. You know, I thought Jinx's character was very interesting. I liked the way that she portrayed her revenge and stuff. I felt like it was maybe a little bit too cartoonish, but it's a Garfield movie. What are you expecting? Honestly, if it wasn't for the voice and the over twinkification of John, I probably would have liked it. I just felt like, look, I'm sorry. It's just like if it had Garfield's natural voice, like the one he originally came with. Keep in mind, Garfield's a 40-year-old man in cat ears. That is a whole ass man. The entire reason people like Garfield is because he's not stereotypical like all these other cartoon characters where they're made to be like good, morally. Let's face it, Garfield's fucking evil sometimes. He's a funny character. He's a fat old dude who eats lasagnas and hates Mondays. He's relatable. Look, and also his design is fucking ugly, dude. Like, I'm sorry, but I would not want to carry around a neon orange or just an orange little like keychain of Garfield or like anything because his design, like, it's like orange stands out so much. It's like I wouldn't want to just carry that shit around, but I do. You wanna know why? Because I like Garfield. Because he's realistic. He's fun. He's great. And honestly, I kind of had a crush on him when I was a kid. So the premise of the movie, I wish we could have gotten a little bit more scenes. So spoiler alert for the movie, but at the end of the movie, Vic, Garfield's dad, moves in with Garfield and Odie and John. And there's the scene where they take a new family picture together and they put it up on the wall, and it's just the most atrocious thing I've ever seen in my life. It is so colorful, it's so bright, it makes me just like, you know? I definitely would have appreciated more if they gave Garfield more of a sarcastic, like, atmosphere. I felt with, like, the voice he had, it wasn't clicking. It wasn't, like, good enough for me. And, you know, I don't know, dude. I just did not like that. Other than that, it kind of felt, it added comedy moments. It just felt like one of those new age 2024 movies. I know a lot of Garfield fans did not like it, and honestly, I don't blame you guys. I watched it because I just love new Garfield movie content. I give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10 because I heard the original Garfield creator was being a director for it, so I do appreciate that. But I definitely understand where people are coming from because I'm so sick and tired of Hollywood voices taking over interesting voices. It's like, I don't want every single bitch to sound the same. Garfield is a 45-year-old cat man, alright? Why does he sound like he's 22? Why does he sound like he's 22 white dude who lives in the suburbs? He sounds too clean. He's supposed to be grimy and gross and ugly and relatable and cool, and that's why everybody likes him because he's a fat cat who likes Italian food. But yeah, that's my opinion about it. I just feel like they could have done a lot more. Like maybe if they changed the voices and added a little bit more depth to the characters, it could have been a like really really good movie. Also, the animation, I did not like the animation. It was too clean, too new. It was giving very soft energy, very attract to children, which I get it. But older Garfield fans who went in there, they should have realized that was also going to be their target. Since Garfield is such a classic, it's such a cult. It has such a cult following. I feel like they should have just like pandered it a little bit more towards them.